Would you like to know what is in here? What is in here is proof that we are all connected by one big web. And it does not matter if you are a medium, you feel you have spiritual connections or not. I'm going to show you what I mean. Inside of this wrapping is an antique bowl that I recently bought, and I want to tell you a super fun story. It is a gift for someone that is coming out of a mediumship connection from last week. I was driving down the road going to Meijer, the grocery store, and I passed the antique store. I drive past that antique store every single day. It's very close to my house. And in the last 12 years, the amount of times that I've had a thought that said, you need to go in there, has been once. Well, twice. The second was last week. The first, 11 years ago. So I'm driving to the grocery store and I had this thought, you need to go in there. But it was so subtle, felt so much like my own thought that I dismissed it. But I did think to myself, was that from spirit or was that me? And I decided, nah, that's just me. And I kept on going to Meijer. Well, a couple hours later, I got a text message from a friend, a 20-year friend. He's very into technology and, big cities. And in the 20 years that I have known him, never have we talked about antique shops. But on this particular day, he sent me in a text message a picture of himself in an antique shop. And when I saw that message, I knew that is Spirit's way through the big wide web of connection of letting me know, no, Amber, you were supposed to go in that antique shop. So I went. And I did my process where I simply walk in the store and I allow myself to be open and just kind of allow myself to be drawn to an area of the store or drawn to a particular item. And this beautiful little table bowl is what I was drawn to. 45 minutes later, I had a mediumship session that day. And actually, I had a mediumship session right when I got home from the antique store. And the first thing that happened in the connection was a grandmother who showed up and showed me all her shopping bags and how much she loved antiquing. And the woman in my session said, my grandmother, my mom, her sister, they all love antiquing. They do it all the time and they always joke it is a family trait from grandma who loves antiquing. Now, not only that, but this grandmother also loved the color purple. And on this beautiful antique bowl that I got at the antique store are these beautiful purple flowers. And I was also nudged to pick out this beautiful hand-painted card by a local artist. What is lovely about this card that I was nudged to is that in the session, the grandmother helped me feel that her granddaughter, the woman in my session, loves to paint and do art, and that she's working on more of her creativity and that it's actually an avenue for her to experience her spiritual connections. So I love that. To me, this is also a nudge with this hand-painted local artist card to keep on doing that, for her granddaughter to keep on expressing her creative side and growing her spiritual connections in that way. Do you see the beauty of this? You all are connected by the big web. Not all of your thoughts are your own. My friend who lives in the big city, loves technology, and is into everything that's not antiquing, was nudged to walk in that antique store that day. Or he was nudged, if he had already had a plan to do that, he was nudged to send me his text inside the antique store. That's how this works, and it works that way for you too. So the question is to slow down and start to just ask yourself, which thoughts are my thoughts? Which thoughts are beautiful nudges from my helpers? That's your takeaway for today. Have a great weekend, everybody.